Hello everyone and welcome to this POV review by AutoTopNL. My name is Max and today we have the Volvo V60 POLESTAR. Sort of the most inconspicuous power estate or estate car, station wagon, whatever you can buy, because on first glance, I mean, the only thing that really gives it away are those wheels and that little Polestar badge in the grille. Yes, it has some more aggressive front bumper and some rear stuff, side skirt, bigger brakes by Polestar. But other than that, I mean, you'd have to look really good to be able to tell that this is quite a fast car. Of course, at the back, dual exhaust by Polestar as well, and another badge here and a little spoiler over here. So that's it. And well, this is the new model. So we drove the older version 2 years ago with the 3-liter inline-6 turbo engine that had 350 horsepower and 500 newton meters. This has an all-new 2-liter 4-cylinder engine with supercharger and turbocharger and delivers 367 horsepower and 470 newton meters of torque. So horsepower is up, torque is down a bit, but the performance overall should be better. 0 to 100 kph in 4.8 seconds compared to the 5 seconds of the previous Polestar. So inside we have these really nice Polestar seats, which are really comfortable and beautiful, actually, with Alcantara and leather and that Polestar blue stitching. Alcantara over here, we have the blue stitching everywhere, carbon fiber, little Polestar logo inside the gear lever. And we have a sports steering wheel with Alcantara and again the blue stitching. So let's take it for a drive. And let me tell you some stuff about this car. So the new engine is the same engine you can find in the XC90 and V90 S90 series. The T8, but it has electric motors to support it. So it delivers 400 horsepower in those cars. Well, so that supercharger works at lower RPM. So I don't know if you can hear it, but I can actually hear the supercharger whining away a bit. The supercharger does so at low RPM, and in the middle range and top range the turbo takes over. So we're going to turn around here, which is actually, you know, that's really smart, because that totally solves the problem of the turbo lag, because that supercharger is there immediately. So floor it and it goes. The new engine is linked to a new transmission as well, an 8-speed automatic gearbox, which is better than the 6-speed that was in the previous one, because that one was really slushy and really bad. I mean, that felt like it blended gears together instead of shifting. So we have paddle shifters behind the steering wheel. They're not great. There's a bit of lag, I mean more than a second, but it's fine. The shifts themselves are much quicker than in the previous gearbox. The handling, well, Polestar also did the chassis of this car, so it has Öhlins suspension underneath, which means, you know, that's some serious hardware, which is manually adjustable, and it has some valves, really clever valves in those dampers, so it both should be able to cope with high-speed impacts and low-speed impacts. High-speed impacts being like a pothole, low speed impacts being like bumps in the road or something like that. And I have to say, it's really comfortable. I mean, on the highway, this is a really nice cruiser, really nice comfortable car. So we also have launch control with this new transmission, so it's quite a bit of work, so bear with me. Go here, my V60, and there is the traction control, really well hidden. Then select sport, foot on the brake. That's not bad at all, not bad at all. They have revised the all-wheel drive system that's on this car compared to the last Polestar, so this should be more rear-wheel drive oriented, and when you switch off ESC, it sends even more power to the rear. So that's really cool, because the last one was quite a little bit understeery, and this one feels more neutral. The brakes are not that great, I have to say. There's not that much feel, and they fade quite quickly. And the handling, you know, the car is really, it corners really flat. Most of the understeer is gone, but I do miss a connection to the road, because it's a bit distant. Yeah, the chassis is not really communicative. I can feel that it's a great setup, and I can feel that the suspension is really good, but it doesn't really provide that much feedback, unfortunately. So we borrowed this car at Reede Volvo in Amerongen in the Netherlands, and I have to applaud them, because apparently Volvo, the Netherlands, had a couple of these V60 Polestars, and practically all of the dealers didn't want them, because they said, well, we won't sell them, or no one's going to buy it. And Reede said, well, give us one, we'll try to, you know, polish up the image of Volvo a bit. They are doing great in the WTCC, so why not make some sporty street cars as well. So we're near Germany, so I'm going to take it to the Autobahn right now and see what it will do over there. So, welcome to the Autobahn. I think after driving it on some B roads, this is where this car feels most comfortable. I think this is, all those slower corners and stuff, that's not really the forte of this car. This is just Autobahn, high speed. That suspension feels incredible because it's so comfortable, but it still provides some stiffer damping. So because all that hardware is really impressive from Polestar, you really feel the experience they have and the knowledge they have. So that's a great feeling, but still you feel like the car is held back a bit by, you know, the really sensible people at Volvo. So I think they should give Polestar some more room to develop a car, and I think you'd end up with a great product, because there are some really great ingredients here, but the overall package really, it's not as good as a BMW 340i, a Mercedes C43 AMG, or an Audi S4. It's just not sporty enough. But it could be, and I think it's a missed opportunity, but there's some serious potential in here. And well, the only thing that really is much less impressive than the last Polestar is the sound, because as I said, we went from an inline 6 to a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine, and while the old car still sounded pretty good, I mean, it wasn't that loud or anything, and it was a bit dampened by the turbo, but still you could hear that 6-cylinder sound. And with this, when I shift down, which takes a while, there we go. This is not really impressive. It sounds like any other 4-cylinder with a bit of a little sound on the upshift. But I just figured out that if you keep your foot on the gas pedal and you shift down, it's much quicker. Wow, cool. So there we go again. Top speed of this car should be 250 kilometers an hour, and I just did that, so they didn't lie about that. Brakes are not great, as I said. They don't really feel that impressive or strong. But it is quick. I mean, it really doesn't feel that way, but it is seriously quick, because 250 is no problem at all. And there are more roadworks. So we're going to return this car to Volvo Reede in Amerongen again. As I said, great Volvo dealership. They are people who still have heart for the brand they sell, and that is really obvious when you go there. They participate in the Supercar Challenge with a Volvo, of course. It's a family company, and well, it's one of the only Volvo dealerships who still offers these Polestar cars in the Netherlands. So if you're interested in this type of Volvo or any Volvo, go visit them in Amerongen. And for now, thanks for watching. I hope to see you at the next POV review, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram for regular updates. See you at the next one. Bye guys.